What if I told you that in 2026, there is still a way to move to Canada without a job offer, without LMIA stress, and without begging employers to sponsor you? What if I told you that one Canadian province is quietly selecting immigrants directly from the pool and giving them 600 extra CRS points, basically guaranteeing permanent residency? So today in this video, I'm breaking down the Saskatchewan no job offer pathway in 2026. We are going to explore who qualifies, how it works, the real benefits, and whether this could be your fastest way to Canadian PR this year. So if you're serious about moving to Canada in 2026, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and watch this video till the very end, because I'm also going to share a strategic tip most immigration consultants won't tell you. So without wasting time, let's begin. Why Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan is one of Canada's provinces located between Alberta and Manitoba. It's known for massive agriculture industry, mining and natural resources, oil and gas, healthcare shortages, tech growth in Saskatoon, and lower population compared to big provinces in Canada. And here is the most important part. They currently need skilled workers and they don't get as many immigrants as Ontario. So they actively nominate people through their provincial program. The program is called Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, SINP. Now, Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program has multiple streams, but today we are focusing on international skilled worker. Now, this international skilled worker pathway is also divided into three different streams. The international skilled worker occupations in demand. This does not require you to have job offer. 2, we have the international skilled worker express entry. This also does not require you to have a job offer. And the third one is the international skilled worker employment offer. But for the purpose of this video, we are focusing on international skilled workers no job offer category. So what is the no job offer pathway? There are two main versions. Like I mentioned earlier, we have the express entry subcategory for those that already have or that are willing to create federal express entry profile, and we have occupations in demand subcategory. Now, both do not require job offer, like I said earlier. And let me repeat that you don't need employer, you don't need LMIA, and you don't need Canadian experience for you to be nominated for permanent residency in Canada. And you can apply from any part of the world. You don't have to be in Canada. As you can see it, we are currently on the page, and you can see international skilled worker occupations in demand. This subcategory is for skilled workers who don't have job offer in Saskatchewan. You can see it for yourself, but are highly skilled in an in-demand occupation. And number 2, you must have the intention to reside in Saskatchewan as a permanent resident. All nominees with temporary work permit must reside in Saskatchewan. And thirdly, you must meet the criteria. Criteria can change at any time, but we will use what was on this website when we first got your application. Now let's move to who can apply. You may qualify to apply if you live outside Canada. So for my subscriber who wants to be sure you can apply if you are outside Canada, that is a confirmation for you. You live outside of Canada or have proof of legal status in Canada. Then number 2, you may qualify to apply if you're not a refugee claimant. You score a minimum of 60 points out of 110 points on the SINP point assessment grid. We'll go there later on. And also you must have a language score of at least CLB 4. You must have completed your post-secondary education. You must at least have a diploma certificate. You must have work experience. This particular province have some occupations that are not eligible for this program. So these are the excluded occupation list. Here you can find the list of the occupations that are not eligible. You must have a minimum of 1 year full experience in your occupation, and your work experience must be related to your occupation and education, and you may need to provide a proof of professional status or eligibility for licensure, and you must have a proof of settlement and a settlement plan. So these are the eligibility requirements for this pathway. So I don't want you to get confused with this program. You don't have to have Federal Express entry profile. That is different. If you already have, or if you want to go with that, it's okay. But if you don't want to go through the stress of creating an express entry profile, you can just fill out a form I'll be showing you in this video and submit the form. The form is called the expression of interest. It's like you are writing to the province of Saskatchewan and you are telling them, I want to come over to your province to work and reside there. But if you already have a Federal Express entry profile, you can also sit there. You can be nominated by the province from that pool. Once they see you and they love your profile, they can nominate you and they will give you 600 points so that you can be selected for the next Federal Express entry draw. No matter how low your score is, if you're being nominated by Saskatchewan or by any province in Canada and you are in the Federal Express entry pool, it automatically qualifies you because they are going to give you 600, which will make you qualify for the next draw. There's no way you can escape it. You just receive that in your email. So now let's look at the SINP point assessment grid to see those things they watch out for. Then we'll move to filling the expression of interest form. So you're going to come right here. You can see what is an international skilled worker expression of interest. So you're going to click on details. An international skilled worker expression of interest is pre-application process which allows candidates to fill out a form to indicate their interest in applying to the SINP. So just click on international skilled EOI system and it will take you to creating that form. So you can see if you're eligible under occupation in demand or express entry, you will be able to submit an expression of interest. Whether you have an express entry profile or you don't have, you can submit an expression of interest. If you don't have a Federal Express entry profile, then you're going to click on occupation in demand. But if you have a Federal Express entry profile, you click on express entry. That's the difference here. So both of you are going to fill this form but under different categories. So now let's go for those that do not have Federal Express entry profile. Let's click on occupation in demand. So you're going to click how to apply.
How's it going, Ryan?
Really good. I'm looking forward to starting a new job and a new life.
And just click on create an expression of interest profile. So let's click on it. It brings you here. You can see Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. So just come right here and click on create an account. So you're going to click on select a registration type and you're going to click on this first one, SINP application or expression of interest candidate, and click on continue. So it brings you here and so you can fill this form. Just fill in your details, your username, first name, middle name, family name, date of birth, email address, and you submit. It will create the profile for you and then you can fill in the remaining documentations. It's going to ask you about your age because it's going to rank you and give you score for your age, your work experience, your education, and all of that. So once you're done creating your profile, it's going to tell you your score and you have to wait in the pool till the next draw. So if you meet the cutoff for the next draw, you could get selected. If not, you remain in the pool for 1 year. If you're not nominated for 1 year, they are going to automatically close your profile, but you can reopen it again. You can reapply again until you are nominated. You can work on your score if you need to increase your score in IELTS, whatever you need to do to increase your score. So for education, the highest score you can get is 23 if you have master's or doctorate, but for bachelor's you're going to get 20 points. And for work experience, if you have 5 years plus work experience in your home country, you'll get 15 score. And if you have 4 years, you get 12. If you have 3, you get 10 points. If you have 2, you get 8 points. So you can calculate your score like that. Then if you have CLB 8 or higher in high health, you get 20. If you have CLB 7, you get 18 points. CLB 6, you get 16 points. CLB 5, you get 14 points. CLB 4, you get 12 points. And for age, the maximum point you can get is 12 points, and that is if you're between 22 to 34, you get 12 points. If you are 35, you get 10 points. If you are 46, you get 8 points. And if you are under 22 or over 50, you get no points. So, and another factor they consider is connection to Saskatchewan labor market. If even though job offer is not required, but if you are able to get a job in Saskatchewan, then they will give you 30 extra score. And also one thing about Saskatchewan is if you have a family member, they will also be willing to give you extra 20 extra points. And if you have past work experience in Saskatchewan, you get, for at least 1 year, you get 30 points more. If you have past student experience, if you have studied there for 1 year plus, you get 30. So that is if you have any connection to the province. And the minimum required score, like I said, is 60 points. I have masters, right? So let me say 23 plus over 5 years work experience plus 15, that takes me to 38, right? So let's assume for high health you are able to attain CLB 8, should be around band 7 thereabout. You get extra 20 points, that is 38 plus 20, 58. You have to at least meet the minimum requirement. So let's assume you're between 22 to 34, that is 58 plus 12, that is 70 already. So you already got 70 out of 110. With your 70 points or 60 points, you can submit your application immediately. If you have the necessary requirement, you can decide also to work more on it, because you know if you're able to get a job offer, even though it's not compulsory, you can get additional 30 marks. That will move you to 100 over 110. There is no way you would miss the next draw. You understand my point? So you can work on it so that you can be quickly selected. So guys, I'm going to attach the necessary links to the video description. Please check out for the links, and if I forget to add any of this necessary link, just ask me in the comment section. I'm going to put it there. So please go to work, guys. Do all your due diligence, fill your expression of interest form, and get into the pool. I wish you the very best of luck in your application. Till I see you in my next video. Bye.